A lot of sand. A lot of sand in this episode. Be a great place to start a sandbox business.
Every night, in every city around the world, it happens. People pour into local watering holes to, well, drink. It's my mission, that's me, to traverse the globe, getting to know these different people and their drinking customs. Bellying up to the bar, and with any luck, making some new friends. Warning! In Namibia, these aren't pests, they're food.
Awesome.
Juicy, man.
Awesome.
You'll see more of that later, but first... The Republic of Namibia, located in southwest Africa. It gets its name from the second largest desert in all of Africa, the Namib. Just looking at this place makes me thirsty. But can I find 3 sheets worthy watering holes in this barren land? I'll do my best when I see if it's even possible to go 3 sheets to Namibia. I begin my journey smack dab in the heart of Namibia, in the city of Windhoek.
If you can do that. That's it?
Windhoek is Namibia's capital and largest population center.
That'll be my mission. That'll be one of my missions. I'm gonna have a lot of missions in this show, and one of my missions will be to find a drum circle to play with, as a part of. Because playing the bongos by yourself is just not that much fun.
Before finding a drum circle, I need to focus on my immediate mission. The reason I came to this city, to check out Namibia's largest brewery, aptly named Namibia Breweries.
Okay.
This is Christian Mueller, the brewmaster here.
Fresh beer. The freshest beer I've ever had.
Being Namibia's largest brewery, the obvious question here is, how much beer do they produce?
I can tell it you in hectoliters, but bottles, we have to calculate it.
I have a calculator.
Yeah.
You want one? Okay.
In a year, we produce 1.6 million hectoliters.
Okay. 1.6 million hectoliters.
Multiplied by 100, then you have the liters.
So 160 million. Yeah.
Times 3, then you have the bottles.
Okay. So 480 million bottles a year.
They make several different kinds of Namibian beer here, which I'll get to later in the show. For now, I want to focus on the one thing that all the Namibian beers made here have in common.
Reinheitsgebot. Reinheitsgebot.
You've got it. Reinheitsgebot.
Reinheitsgebot. The purity law.
Purity law, exactly.
Of 1516.
It was established in 1516.
In Germany.
In Germany, that's correct. And we are brewing according to this law.
Okay.
Okay. If you saw the episode where I was strutting through Bavaria in Lederhosen,
I know. It's crazy.
then you might remember learning that the ancient German beer purity law states that real beer can only be made with malted barley, hops, yeast, and water.
So if any of the beers taste different, it's because they have different amounts of that.
How we mix these raw materials, how we use it, and how we use the temperatures while we brew it.
Okay.
And though these beers are made in Namibia according to German tradition, 60% of everything brewed here is exported to South Africa. Okay, wait. We're in Namibia making German beer and exporting most of it to South Africa. Obviously, there are some German and South African influences in this country, which gets me thinking, now might be a good time for a 3 Sheets historical tangent. It's a complicated story, but here it goes. In the late 1800s, Germany put its flag in this territory and called it German Southwest Africa. Then, after the Germans lost World War I, it fell under control of South Africa. During the second half of the 20th century, there was increasing international pressure on South Africa to grant the territory its independence. And despite much internal strife, South Africa held on to it for fear that the growing nationalist movement within was aligned with Soviet communists. Then, the Iron Curtain fell, the perceived communist threat diminished, South African apartheid began to crumble, the South Africans got out, and in 1990, the internationally recognized independent nation of Namibia was formed. Woo! All right, back to the beers.
Can I grab them? You want one?
Okay, so I've literally seen 1 million bottles of beer on a, well, conveyor belt, but I don't want to drink the stuff here. I want to drink it in a bar. So I take a short trip to one of Windhoek's most famous drinking institutions. It's simply called Joe's Beer House. And though the interior is anything but simple, the beer list is just as the name suggests.
Oh, you beat me, see?
So,
This is Fuma, the barman.
Can I call you Puma?
no.
What'd you just do?
Yeah.
I do that.
I mean, is
I do that. I go like this.
Go.
You do that too? To think that you and I live in different parts of the world. We've never met before.
It's the first time.
Yet we both do that. Coincidence?
Both have taste buds.
Or cool?
To put our cool lip-smacking technique to the test, we're gonna drink a variety of beers from the place I was just at, Namibia Breweries. Now, remember, they're all made with the 4 basic ingredients of malted barley, hops, yeast, and water. But Fuma says they're all different. So we're gonna taste those differences, starting with the weak and working our way up to the strong stuff.
Good stuff.
This is Windhoek Light.
Oh my God, 2.4% alcohol. You know, it almost tastes like a non-alcoholic beer. Has a little bit more of an aftertaste to it.
I think now is a good time to invite our low alcohol, high aftertaste expert into the conversation. Our very own Eric the Sound Guy.
I have found that the lower the alcohol percentage is,
Yeah.
the worse the aftertaste.
Eric drinks a lot of non-alcoholic beer. And because he lives an active lifestyle and he can't be weighed down with alcohol. Is that it?
Disclaimer, 3 Sheets takes the official position that there's no such thing as a performance-enhancing alcohol-based beverage. All right, enough of the light stuff.
Okay, what's next?
Now we move up the scale to Namibia's most popular beer, Windhoek Light's bigger, stronger brother, Windhoek Lager.
To the future.
To the future. To the future, perfect.
It has an alcohol content of around 4%, and it's a little more malty than most lagers back in the States.
Delicious.
Next up, Tafel, also a lager, also 4%, also made at Namibia breweries.
It has a little bit more taste to it. It has a little bit more body to it. 'Cause I don't even know if that's something. Is that right? Yeah. I'm nailing it. So you're the one that should be telling me all this because you know these beers very well.
Tell me, that's my best beer.
What is?
Tougher.
This is your best beer. Wow, that's good Tafel.
Now we move up the strength scale to a beer called Erbach.
Look how dark that is.
It is.
It's 7% alcohol, and it's considered a winter beer, served seasonally during Namibia's not-so-cold cold season.
It tastes like a cross between a Newcastle and in a bottle and Guinness in a bottle. It's sort of like a lighter stout.
So there you have it. Go to Joe's Beer House and see how 4 simple ingredients can make very different beers.
Where is the next place I need to go to get my swerve on?
The next place to go to is Swakopmund. It's rocking there.
Where is it?
It's in the coast.
On the
The
ocean.
beach, yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to where? What's it called?
Swakopmund.
Swakopmund. I'm gonna go there.
Coming up, I head west, and things go south.
Help!
It's the crack of dawn in Namibia, and I've left the capital city of Windhoek on a journey into what seems like nothingness on our way to the coast. Namibia has one of the world's lowest population densities, with an average of less than 1 person per square mile.
It's a giant termite mound. It's got nothing to do with drinking at all, but it's pretty cool. I bet you want a drink?
I know I do. And I also know that after about 3.5 hours of driving through the desert, there's the coastal town of Swakopmund, where I'm hoping I can find that drink. When we arrive at the beach just outside of town, we find a wrecked ship and make the mistake of going in for a closer look. Help! Not a great way to start our day. But this is where the excursion takes a turn for the unexpected. I wander over to some dudes down the way and rally for some help.
This sand's really deep.
After some digging and pushing, we break our vehicle free.
Thank you.
And the guys invite us over to their site. It's a full-on beachfront feast. What they call in these parts a beach bride.
This is a typical thing. You guys come out and barbecue out here? Weekends? Yeah? So where'd you guys get these?
Right there.
The beach is located at the mouth of a river. Not surprisingly, Swakopmund, that's the city over there, literally means river mouth. So the seafood is plentiful.
Drink, feast, and be merry.
Nice.
And that we do. Not only are we gorging on crayfish, there's calamari, oysters on the half shell, but then they break out these guys.
Give it a go. You can spit it out.
You give it a go. You can spit it out.
All right, let's go. Come on.
They think they have me freaked out, but remember the Philippines?
Wow, that's awesome.
Bring on the grubs.
It's a tiny one.
Not bad, eh?
Good, come on. That's juicy, man.
That's great.
Hey, wait! Did you see that? That smack talker spit his out. Oh well, his loss.
You know what? Not that bad.
As soon as I tell these people that I, Zane Lamprey, am not only a grub eater, but the host of the world's greatest drinking show, they immediately chime in with some ideas for where to drink.
Sundown time.
Tiger Reef is a very nice place to be.
That was Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's hangout.
Tiger Reef was.
Yeah. They were down there all the time.
Really?
If it's good enough for Brangelina, then it's good enough for Zany Pants. They say that after sundown, there's another place I should check out, more known for drinking than for famous customers.
Brauhaus.
Okay.
That's really cool. Very German.
Okay.
Good atmosphere. A lot of drinking.
Yeah?
A lot of drinking.
A lot of drinking? Well, as host of a drinking show, I'm in. And just when I'm about to thank them for the great afternoon, they bring up one more recommendation.
Buffalo milk.
Oh,
You
Buffalo
haven't lived.
milk?
You haven't lived until you
It's
had
an American
buffalo milk.
thing.
They won't tell me what it is, but they tell me that a lot of people drink it when they're hungover. That sounds like something I might be needing later. Up until now, my only stated mission was to find a drum circle. And now I have Tiger Reef at sundown, then the Brauhaus, and buffalo milk. With my new sense of purpose and a thirst for some drinks, we head down the beach to Tiger Reef.
Well, what is this, dude?
This is a local draft beer, Hansa Draft.
This is Tom. He's from these parts. And this is Hansa Draft, a medium-bodied Pilsner with an alcohol content of around 4%.
So you just drink it straight? No, wait, Zane. There's more. If you act now, you get a sidecar of...
The stuff in the shot glass is just lime cordial, which is just sweetened lime juice.
Can I drop it in?
You may.
Tom tells me that this is how a lot of people drink their beer in these parts.
It's kind of like beer with a lime, but it's a lime cordial.
After our lime-sweetened beers, Melrick, the bartender, decides we need something with a little more kick to it. Some true Namibian firewater.
I can bring you a special shot that we've got for you.
Yeah.
We call it bamboo liquid.
What?
Yeah, Ovambo liquid.
Professor, tell us about this exotic drink.
Why, certainly, Mr. Lamprey. The Ovambo people of coastal Namibia traditionally take the fruit of the Hyphina petersiana palm tree and ferment the fruit pulp into a sort of wine. They either drink this fermented pulp mixture or distill it into a potent spirit of roughly 80 proof, which is what you're about to experience now. Be careful, Zane.
I gotta say, as far as folk liquor's concerned, this is fairly smooth.
I mean, I've had worse before. It's not that bad.
Next, we move on to a classic Namibian favorite, brandy and colas. And as the drinks begin to take their effect, I start to feel my groove coming on.
You know what I love after a nice tall glass of a Namibian cocktail? Drumming.
And it couldn't have happened at a better time, because there's a drum circle out back.
If you had enough of your special drinks, you create your rhythm.
Yeah.
And you can take your rhythm out.
I'd like to take my rhythm out on that
On
right
a
now.
drum, yeah? Here's your drum.
I got my own.
I'm gonna get your friend a drum.
Tom's not my friend. Yeah, we don't worry about him. Tom. Pay for those.
They have dozens of bongos sitting around the outdoor fire pit. And the customers are free to bang on them till it hurts.
Ow, my hands!
I don't know if it's the drinks or the company, but as we drum our way into the night, I become one with the drum, a Zen bongo experience. My drum circle mission reaches the pinnacle of perfection.
Oh my God, I can play! I never do!
And even better, the night is young, and I have another bar in my future. Coming up, strange Namibian spirits and very, very large beers. Right now, I'm in the Namibian coastal town of Swakopmund, and I'm on my way to a German-inspired bar called the Brewhouse. They, of course, have Namibia brewery beers on tap, and plenty of German schnapps. But there's also some interesting Namibian-born spirits haunting this place, which I fully intend on trying. But first, what's up with this thing?
It's a doily, and it says Prost on it.
This is a German tradition.
Okay.
That the beer doesn't.
This is Inu and Robert. And the way they're drinking tonight, I doubt the doilies are gonna keep things from getting messy. Because as we sip on beers, it doesn't take long for them to break out a bottle of their favorite locally produced firewater.
Makalani.
Makalani.
Yeah.
Typical Namibia.
Look how happy he is.
This is business.
It's a commercially produced version of the palm fruit stuff I had at the Tiger Reef. And though the other stuff was fairly mild, this stuff packs a serious punch.
50% volume.
Typical Namibian. Typical
100 proof?
Homemade.
Post
50.
my name. Post my name.
50%.
50%.
100 proof.
Oh. Perfect.
I have a feeling it's gonna be a hard drinking kind of night.
Hey!
That's gonna be the killer.
Hey! Everybody look! It's a little baby beer! Look at that!
Actually, no beer in this mini mug. They tell me it's another Namibian original, weighing in at 80 proof.
Do a shot of that.
That's disgusting. What was that?
That's a
Yes.
local
Kartoffelspine.
Cactusfeigenbrand. In English, prickly pear.
Prickly pear?
Prickly pear, yeah.
Okay, according to the 3 Sheets Botany Manual, the prickly pear is in no way related to the more commonly known pear we see in our grocery stores stateside. It's actually a fruit that comes from a cactus. And in Namibia, they ferment the fruits and distill it into this.
It's made here in the north. Cactusfeigen.
Prost.
Prost.
Prost. Ab geht er. Prost.
As we recover from our prickly pear shots, we're called over to a table where the art of drinking has been taken to new heights. Not only are they singing German drinking songs, they're passing around what might be the biggest glass of beer I've ever seen. It's 3 liters, which translates to about 8.5 12-ounce bottles of beer. The custom here is to order one and pass it around until it's empty. But it's not just about beer at this table.
I'm afraid of that guy.
Why?
The drink he's talking about is called Fellinger. It's a 64 proof wheat and rye-based spirit served chilled.
Awesome.
As we continue our night with more shots and more towering glasses of beer, I'm starting to think that tomorrow morning might be, not so awesome. It's the next morning, and though I may be a little worse for the wear, the sand is calling me.
Hi there. I find that sometimes the best thing to do to get a hangover out of your system is replace it with some adrenaline. So I'm out here in the dunes with a big old helmet, looking like Gumby. Gonna get rid of my hangover. Right here.
The dunes of the Namib Desert occupy roughly 12,500 square miles.
Yeah! Yeah!
Geologists estimate that at 30 million years old, the Namib Dunes are the oldest on the Earth. And while four-wheeling out here is invigorating,
Now I feel good.
there's still one thing I haven't tried. So I've invited Tom, the guy I drank with at Tiger Reef, to meet me out here.
Tom! There you are, buddy.
Zane.
And he's brought all the fixins for buffalo milk.
Whip it up for me, dog.
Okay.
It goes a little something like this. Ice cream, dark rum, Amarula cream liqueur, spiced rum, whole cream, and mix it up.
That's a desert blender. Buffalo milk.
Buffalo milk.
Who'd have thought I'd end up in the middle of the desert drinking a booze float?
Wow. That's good buffalo milk.
I started this journey knowing very little about what I would find. And thanks to a mishap, little luck, and friendly people, I found a lot. And I liked every bit of it, no matter how painful.
Awesome.
Namibia, bring your sandbox toys.
You have it, Curtis? You know what? Other cameramen could get this. Curtis is having a hard time.
Hey, was drinken.
Hey, was drinken,
Shut up! Zane!
Now you drink.
Look,
You should drink.
I do. You know what? I was so busy making jokes, I forgot to do the...